So, let's see. WB debates on Will Smith's Deadshot being recasted or replaced in Suicide Squad sequel.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
So Will Smith will not be in Suicide Squad 2 if you haven't heard. So they're trying to figure out if they're going to replace Will Smith or just write the whole character off like Poochie.
What you think, Coda?
I think WB is just
Oh, did you
like why? Like, yo, I just watched a whole documentary over this weekend
about WB?
about like the original choices that they had for like these movies, the Justice League Mortal that they were trying to make originally.
Oh, the one that they were gonna have
back in the day. Yeah. Jack Black was supposed to be Green Lantern. They approached him. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
all that stuff. Back when it all fell apart, and apparently, like it wasn't that Warner Brothers like canceled everything. It was like that they were taking so long to put everything together because the producers were ruining everything and everything was about merchandising.
Right.
That the actors pulled out. Like Nicolas Cage pulled out. It's not that they told him no, we don't want him in.
Yeah.
He had just won an Oscar for what was it? The Las Vegas movie.
Oh, what was that? I know you're talking about.
Leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. He had just won an Oscar, so he was in the
top of the world.
Yeah. So like
my dick, nigga. Wow.
But anyways, what I was saying was even back then, Warner Brothers couldn't get their shit together. Like their movies were falling apart. The Catwoman, that came out with Halle Berry, that was originally supposed to be a spinoff with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah,
and that's what they came up with.
That's what it was originally supposed to be, but they put that on hold because of Batman. What was it? Batman Forever with Val Kilmer. That one was a success, and that proved that Batman could be a kid-friendly movie. So they kind of sold out a little bit from what Tim Burton did with the two Batman movies.
Yeah.
So instead of making the Michelle Pfeiffer movie, they were like, all right, well, if it can be kid-friendly, we're gonna go ahead and
make everything more
kid-friendly. And that was
everything up.
Yeah, that was the downfall of everything.
That's like a running joke on this fucking show. I say that all the time. It's the 90s all over again. Like they're making the same mistake because you right about that. That whole like they want that McDonald's money with the Batman and shit to have that shit in like McDonald's with the toy and shit like that. Because I had that Batman Returns and shit, and I remember one time I looked up something where they were saying Tim Burton's Batman was like a little violent though.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy.
Bit off somebody's nose.
Oh yeah, no, it was wild.
Yeah, I mean, Batman like.
It's violent period.
He casually killed people, but it wasn't.
Casually killed people.
Like it wasn't like like glorified the way Ben Affleck's Batman does it. You know what I mean?
Blatantly murder
wild,
you. I just left you here to die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
in the wall. Like.
Did you see Aquaman?
Of course, yeah.
Did you like it? It was fine, right? It was okay.
I always loved Aquaman and Flash more than I did Batman and Superman growing up, and that's only because like Batman and Superman was always like had a special place in my heart, but Aquaman and Flash, when I first saw them, I was like I want to see more of those guys.
Yeah.
Like this dude controls the sea. I want to see, he's the king of the sea. I want to see what he does.
Yeah.
This guy can run faster than the naked eye can see. I want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
And like we never got the movies.
Well, we got Aquaman.
Well, now,
yeah.
But what I'm saying,
you just mean back in the day when
like
the
back
movies
in
the,
I was always an advocate for like we need to see these movies come out. That's why Marvel took over, because Thor, Captain America, Iron Man,
like the B-list motherfucker.
Yeah, like so like Warner Brothers could have always done that. They chose not to, and when they finally did, going back to what you were asking me, I liked Aquaman. I liked Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
there were certain moments in the movie that I was just like, for real? like I'll give you a perfect example. And I'm sitting here watching the movie with my nieces, right?
Yeah.
And one of my nieces, she just turned 8.
Yeah.
And there's that scene where like Aquaman's, going back to like basically save his people because his people are going to war.
Yeah.
Right? It's all under his kingdom, so technically it's his people.
Yeah.
And in the middle of it, like him and Mara are like, all right, let's do this. But first, let's have this big ass make out session. Yeah. She throws her leg around him. You see his people clearly dying in the background. And my niece turns to me, right, and she's like, Theo, this isn't the time for this. I was like, yo, if my niece pointed that moment out in this movie, it makes the movie that much more stupid because I'm thinking the same thing, but I didn't say it. I'm like, you know
figure she'd be wrapped up in it. Like,
that's Aquaman, whatever. Like, let's do it. But the fact that she pointed it out, I'm like, yo, that's a mistake that they shouldn't have made. That's a cliche moment. And also, the parts where they were searching for the trident, like that felt like The Mummy to me with Brendan Fraser. That's fair. That felt like that's. I'm like, these are not mistakes that you should have in this movie because if you take those scenes away, it makes the movie a whole point better.
Yeah, but the movie was definitely way better than it had any right to be.
I mean,
did you know it was a top
I disagree because I thought Aquaman.
Don't do that.
I thought Aquaman always could have been an adult movie.
Nah, but you know, if there's any character that was out of like the DC like top set, whatever the main 7 Justice League characters, who would probably have not the greatest movie, Aquaman would probably been the first one on the list.
C-Man.
That's what I mean.
C-Man. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Hold on. I see. No, I even disagree with that.
And I like Aquaman. I'm not one of the people that was shitting on Aquaman. Oh, Aquaman sucks because he only talks to fit. No, like I know Aquaman's dope. Like he's like super strong and all that shit. But I'm just saying in general, like in terms of bringing that movie forth to the general public, like making a movie about some dude that swims underwater is like probably a lot harder to sell than like Superman or Batman. That's my point.
Well, here's the thing, and the reason I disagree with that is because I mean you got the trench, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got like you have so many things that were implemented in the movie that were good and that made the movie good, and that people just generally people don't know about Aquaman's powers, and that was the main problem.
Yeah.
Like everybody thought that he could only talk to fish, and you know what I mean? They don't know about his healing ability. They don't know about how strong he is.
He's an underwater Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what makes him real good is that he's not indestructible.
Yeah.
You know what
Superman
I mean?
is. That's why that's my beef with Superman.
Yeah. So I mean, like that's why I always felt like Aquaman always had the potential to be a great movie, and I was just always mad because they never did it.
Yeah.
The animated movie kind of let me have faith in him. Remember when he lost his hand and he was just like this tyrant.
Oh yeah, when he had the hook.
Like that's what made me like be like, why won't they do Aquaman like that?
Now because they tried to, like I always say,
change the image.
Aquaman's been this like little wimpy ass bitch ass nigga that rides on dolphins and shit. So when they put a beard on him, chop his hand off, now he looks like real manly. He looks like a force to be reckoned with. He looks like he belongs in that group. Whereas like you next to Batman, Superman, Aquaman, the Martian, and you got Aquaman just looking like a bitch. So
it's that stupid cartoon.
Yeah, grow him a beard.
It's all because of that stupid cartoon. If it wasn't for that cartoon, people wouldn't think that way about Aquaman. Yeah. It's because of the 70s cartoon.
I don't know.
That's what
it's C-Man.
That's what changed people. Like if you actually knew a little bit more about Aquaman, y'all know like he's actually kind of pretty dope. Yeah. But like because of that cartoon, everybody just thinks of the way they.
He wasn't even riding. He was. Yeah, that's even giving him too much credit because in those cartoons he wasn't riding on no dolphins. They were fishes. They were flying fishes.
And a seahorse.
One on each foot. Like.
Now, quick question, right? Now, is there anyone else in the Justice League that they can make a movie out of that will be good?
Green Lantern? Did they get it
Green
right?
Lantern,
no,
they get it right.
That doesn't have a movie.
I want to see Green Lantern. I think Martian Manhunter could maybe be interesting. Flash, I think, could be interesting too. I mean, there's so many.
Flash the only one that doesn't have a movie that's like a.
The Cyborg count? No.
A Cyborg movie could be good but I don't like the way they started. So whatever, but a Cyborg movie could be good. Yeah, Flash is probably the only one who doesn't have.
But hasn't Cyborg always been part of a team?
Yeah.
So how would you write that story?
I mean, well, if you're talking about just this general story of Cyborg was
like not how he was created. Like you could have his origin.
Yeah, but you can't harp on that too long. Where it's like, all right, nigga, we know you had this accident. You've been rebuilt. How long can you stay on that storyline where it's like, all right, I'm trying to figure out my powers and I can hack the Pentagon and shit like that? Like when you actually do some action shit.
You could always implement a storyline where he gets his powers and part of him getting his powers could be his problem. Like, you could have his big ass battle before he joins a team in like a sequel movie or something like that.
Right.
Okay. Shit, Mirror Master. Put him against Mirror Master. Interdimensional portals and shit like that.
You could.
I mean, you can find any just random.
Just
villain for him to fight.
do better than what they're doing now.
Just whatever you're doing, just do better.
Whatever you doing, do the opposite.
Yeah, just do better.
I just don't want to see. I just don't want to continue seeing them. Like the producers are so involved in making these movies. Like Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
he banned one of the main producers that were involved with the with
the Schumacher stuff.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
He banned him from the set. He was just like, I don't want you because
I want you to hear.
He was talking too much and he was trying to change too much stuff, and he was like, nah, son, you good. This is my stuff. Thanks for your money, but
but no. But you don't think they're doing better? Because that's why I asked you about Aquaman, because you like that, and I think it's in a better direction than it was.
I personally liked Aquaman better than Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I know I'm in the minority by saying that.
Sexist.
I told you I'm a sexist already. We had this conversation. No, but like seriously, I thought Wonder Woman was good. I just thought it was overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there. I went in there expecting too much because of
the way everybody was
raving about, and I don't think that's fair. You know, for the movie. But I still, I fell asleep during during that little scene where they're in the senator or whatever, the courtroom or whatever it was. You remember when she was in that? I don't even know what it was. She walked into that little press conference thing or whatever they were having, and I fell asleep. I don't know what it was.
Like, women are talking.
I was out. But yeah, like
she not talking about recipes. What you talking
it was
about?
something.
She not over a stove.
And I fell asleep for like 20 minutes, and then I woke up, and then the rest of the movie was real good.
Yeah.
It's just
I didn't like Ares.
Yeah, I think that was.
I didn't like Ares. They picked the wrong guy for Ares.
Yeah, you know what? It almost felt like a more diluted copy and paste version of the 2009 Wonder Woman cartoon movie.
It probably was.
Even that was better.
That's what I'm saying. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna be seeing that type of stuff.
Yeah. No.
Are those two different studios?
What?
The animation department and the live action department.
All I know,
most likely.
I need for them to take the team.
Yeah,
Yeah, combine that shit.
Like I bet everybody in the movies.
Switch. Switch.
But switch. No, but I don't want them to switch. Just leave. Because they're gonna make the animated movies worse. So y'all just leave.
Yeah, you're not lying.
And let the animated people take over these films.
If I'm correct, I think it's Sam Liu behind all that. Or the writing and shit.
For the
animated shit.
Animated stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know. I guess maybe because it's animated, they have free reigns to be a little bit closer to the comic books, which maybe makes it easier to make the movies better than when you make it live action. You have to make changes. I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
It just. But yeah, do better, WB.
Do better.
I did like the Aquaman movie overall though.
Yeah,
I rated like a high 7.
Yeah, and then Shazam's coming out now. Looks like it might be pretty good. Hopefully, we'll see when it comes out. But I'm just saying, it seems like they're in a better direction.
I hate that suit.
Yeah,
I knew you was coming. I knew you knew it was coming.
Yeah, we know about the suit.
But I feel like he fits.
It's a character.
Billy Batson. Billy Batson.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a kid in an adult body. And he has that.
He's got
youthful
that
playfulness and like
he's got that vibe to him already.
Just not lethal enough.
That's working for him.
He wasn't in the gym enough.
Yeah,
get swollen.
I hate that I could notice the neck prosthetic, the fake muscles on his neck. I'm like, oh
yeah. I hope it doesn't.
You didn't even work for those, bitch.
Yo, fanboys are trying to defend that shit to the death. They was like, oh, but Henry Cavill had muscle pads. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Henry Cavill is really that big.
That nigga's big as fuck.
The only reason why he has that is to show the definition. That shit is not padded. It's just only to show the definition because they said no matter how buff he got, he cannot fill out that suit and have the definition of his abs. That's the only paddings on it. This shit is padded.
And really, if you look at it, the definition was in silver.
Yeah,
so that
to his body, right? Or something like that.
It was like it wasn't so much padding as it was like just a suit that was covered in silver muscles because the uniform over it was almost like a little see-through so that it could accent the silver.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So like that's why that's what gave that look.
Yeah, but the Shazam,
hopefully
that's
it's not
padded.
Too distracting when I watch the movie, the muscle suit. We'll see.
You don't even do back day, bitch. Where your traps at, man? So should they replace Will Smith?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just get rid of him. Yeah, why not? I don't know.
All right.
James Gunn knows what he's doing.
Have a whole different cast.
So you think like you want them to, or are you saying
to replace Will Smith, or
so if they want to use the character, yeah, just replace him. Fuck it. If they don't want to use the character, then I don't know. It depends on because it depends on what the story is. If they need the character for the story that James Gunn decides to write, then yeah, just replace him if he's not going to do it, right? But if they don't need the character, then just don't even bother put him in.
I like the Suicide Squad, the animated movie that he did. So if they do something like that, where they bring in Bronze Tiger and things
stuff like that, yeah,
I like that idea.
Because there's a lot of villain characters they could just use for the Suicide Squad. They don't necessarily need Deadshot. And then the only reason why they had
he wasn't mad at him though.
And then Deadshot was a white man in the what's his name?
Yeah. So, I mean, the color of the skin doesn't.
I mean, I'm a Will Smith fan, man. Whatever, walk away from that role, put him in the MCU somewhere.
And it's not. And again, that wasn't his fault. It's David Ayer.
Coda loves Hitch.
No work.
Hitch was a good movie. I like that.
Hitch was a good movie.
I just like.